Hey guys, welcome to this video where I'll be going through a very important topic, the GCSE remarking process. Many of you would have received your grades by now, and perhaps you were not quite happy with the grade that you received. So in this video, I will be taking you through the GCSE remarking process. This would also apply to A-level students as well who received their grades last week. So stay tuned and keep watching. First things first, let's understand what the remarking process entails. It is when an independent examiner comes and looks, well, not physically comes, but is requested to have a look at your original marking that was done by the original examiner. And they check for if there were any errors or if there were any omissions in that marking process. Now, something to bear in mind is that your exam grade could go up, but it could also go down, or it could just stay the same. So when should a student consider getting their papers remarked? Number one, unanticipated exam results. Let's say you get your grade back and you're like, nah, this grade is way too low for someone like me. I'm sure I did much better in that exam. I revised hard for this. Something's wrong here. That might be a reason that you want to get it remarked. Number two, and this one is the most common, narrow grade boundaries. Let's say you're only a few marks off the next grade and the grade boundaries for the year were very tight. This is an ideal opportunity for you to have a look at getting it remarked. So in mathematics, for example, I would advise a student if they're maybe like a few marks away, and few needs to be defined here. So let's say, 3 to 4 marks away from the next grade boundary. That's a good reason for you to try and get it remarked, because it might be that you get those 3 or 4 marks and then go into the next grade. Number three, consistency in your results. If you find that you've been smashing out exam papers throughout the year, all the mocks that you've done, you got really high grades, and suddenly your final GCSE grade was low, then this could be another reason that you want to get it remarked. Number four, missing marks or mistakes. You could actually get a copy, and it's totally free this, from your exam center of your exam papers and your script, and you could have a look at the markings. And if you notice any mistakes there, then you could go forth and ask for a remark. And finally, number five, subject significance. If it's a subject that will be important to you going forward, then that's another reason that you might want to get it remarked. Now, there are some things that you need to consider before you go and get a remark. The first one is the costs. Each paper, to get it remarked, will have a cost associated with it, and that's for per paper. So for example, in maths, there are 3 papers, but remember, if your grade goes up, then you get that money back. Number two, the time. It will take time to get it remarked. So if your exam grade is dependent on a college place or a sixth form place, and if you're an A-level student, a university place, remember, for your exam paper to come back to you, you may miss important deadlines. So consider that as well. And finally, number three, the risk. There are some risks associated with this. Remember, your grade could go up, but it could also go down, or it could stay the same. So consider that as well. So what do you do if you want to get your paper remarked? Well, the first thing is you need to contact your school and speak to the exams officer and submit an application form, and then wait for the results to come back to you. Remember, the decision to remark is yours. So make sure you have a good and honest conversation with your parents, because they will most likely be footing that bill. Speak to your subject teachers as well, get some advice. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. The risk is yours. However, an insider tip for you. If your grade was below a pass grade, so let's say a grade 4 at GCSE, it is in the best interest of your school to do the remarking for you, although they'll have to ask for your permission to do so, because it makes the school better. It will improve their results overall. Okay, so that's something to bear in mind as well. Don't forget, your initial grade is still a valid reflection of your performance, and a remarking doesn't guarantee a change. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have the best success in your academic journey, and I wish you guys all the best. Bye for now.